Welcome to the country where even the trees are older than most nations around the world. This is Sri Lanka, a teardrop-shaped nation nestled in the vastness of the Indian Ocean. For a country as small as this one, Sri Lanka surely packs a strong punch of culture, history, community, and much more. So in this video, let's fly to the shimmering pearl of South Asia and discover this growing tourist spot together. Before we jump into the video, make sure you're subscribing to the channel and hitting that like button. It's free support and highly appreciated. Done, let's get back to the video. Sri Lanka is an island nation located in South Asia, situated in the Indian Ocean to the southeast of the Indian subcontinent. This teardrop-shaped island lies only 34 kilometers away from Indian territory by the Palk Strait and the Gulf of Mannar. To its south, the island is surrounded by the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean, which influences its climate and weather patterns and gives it the pristine beaches that attract thousands of tourists every year. The island's earliest known inhabitants date back to the prehistoric period, with evidence of human settlements over 125,000 years old. The Sinhalese people, who arrived around the 6th century BC, established the first major kingdom in Anuradhapura in the 4th century BC. Anuradhapura became a center of Theravada Buddhism after the introduction of the religion by Mahinda, the son of Indian Emperor Ashoka, in the 3rd century BC. Sri Lanka's colonial history began with the arrival of the Portuguese in 1505, attracted by its lucrative spice trade. The Portuguese established control over the coastal areas, building forts and spreading Christianity. In 1658, the Dutch East India Company ousted the Portuguese and took control, implementing extensive agricultural reforms and establishing a profitable trade network. The British arrived in 1796, and by 1815, they had annexed the entire island, making it a crown colony. Under British rule, Sri Lanka saw significant changes, including the introduction of coffee and later tea plantations, which transformed the economy. Infrastructure improvements such as railways and roads facilitated trade and mobility. However, British policies also exacerbated ethnic tensions by favoring the Tamil minority in administrative roles, leading to divisions that would later fuel civil conflict. Sri Lanka gained independence on February 4, 1948. Post-independence, the country grappled with ethnic strife, culminating in a civil war between the Sinhalese majority government and Tamil separatists from 1983 to 2009. The war ended with a government victory, and since then, Sri Lanka has focused on rebuilding and reconciliation. Sri Lanka offers a variety of transportation options that cater to both locals and tourists. In urban areas, tuk-tuks are a common and convenient mode of transport, ideal for navigating through traffic. Metered taxis and ride-hailing services like PickMe and Uber are also available in major cities. For intercity travel, Sri Lanka has an extensive network of buses operated by both the state-owned Sri Lanka Transport Board and private operators. Buses connect all parts of the island, from bustling cities to remote villages. Managed by Sri Lanka Railways, the railways offer scenic train journeys, particularly the routes from Kandy to Ella and Colombo to Jaffna. These journeys provide breathtaking views of tea plantations, forests, and rural landscapes. Domestic air travel is available, with flights connecting Colombo to other key cities and tourist destinations such as Kandy, Galle, and Jaffna. Private taxis and car rentals offer flexibility for exploring the island at one's own pace. The country's road network has seen significant improvements, with major highways like the Southern Expressway connecting Colombo to Galle and Matara. Now let's talk more about the community life here. Because Sri Lanka is one of the oldest nations to exist in the world, its community is just as complex and diverse. When it comes to languages, Sri Lanka is a linguistically diverse country, with Sinhala and Tamil as its two official languages. Belonging to the Indo-Aryan language family, Sinhala is spoken by the majority Sinhalese community, which makes up about 75% of the population. This language has ancient roots, with a literary history that dates back over 2 millennia. On the other hand, Tamil is a Dravidian language, spoken by the Tamil ethnic group, which comprises around 15% of the population, and has a rich literary tradition spanning more than 2,000 years. English is also widely used for official and commercial purposes, and serves as a link language between different ethnic communities. Sri Lanka is a multi-religious country, with Buddhism being the predominant faith, practiced by about 70% of the population, primarily by the Sinhalese. Hinduism is the second largest religion, followed by approximately 12% of the population, mainly among the Tamil community. Islam is practiced by around 10% of the population, predominantly by the Moor and Malay communities. Christianity, introduced during the colonial era, is adhered to by about 7% of the population, with both Roman Catholic and Protestant denominations present. When we talk about the culture, anyone can observe the depth of family values, communal living, and hospitality in the Sri Lankan culture. The family unit is central, often extending to include extended family members with strong bonds and mutual support. Marriages are traditionally arranged, although love marriages are becoming more common, especially in urban areas. Hospitality is a significant aspect of Sri Lankan culture. Visitors are warmly welcomed and often offered food and refreshments. Community events, religious festivals, and rituals play a vital role in social life, fostering a strong sense of belonging and shared cultural heritage. There is one thing to point out here. The culture splits in two within this small country, and dominant differences can be found in how people live life in the north and south extremes of the country. In the northern province, which is predominantly Tamil, the lifestyle reflects the region's historical and cultural connections to South India, with a strong emphasis on Hindu traditions and Tamil festivals. The north was heavily affected by the Civil War, and recovery efforts continue to shape daily life even today. In contrast, the southern province, mainly inhabited by Sinhalese, exhibits a lifestyle influenced by Buddhist traditions, with numerous temples and rituals. The south is also known for its beautiful beaches and vibrant tourism industry, contributing to a more laid-back lifestyle. Strangely, Sri Lanka is also home to the indigenous Veda people, who are considered the original inhabitants of the island. The Veda, whose history spans thousands of years, traditionally led a semi-nomadic lifestyle, relying on hunting, gathering, and shifting agriculture. Today, many Vedas have integrated into mainstream society. Although efforts to preserve their unique cultural heritage continue, they speak Veda, a language distinct from Sinhala and Tamil, although it is increasingly endangered. Sri Lanka's economy is diverse, with key sectors including agriculture, manufacturing, and services. Agriculture remains vital, with tea, rubber, and coconut as major products. Manufacturing, particularly textiles and garments, is a significant contributor, along with growing sectors like information technology and tourism. The average income in Sri Lanka is around $4,000 per year, with about 4% of the population living below the poverty line. Employment rates are relatively stable, with an unemployment rate hovering around 5%. The labor force is primarily engaged in agriculture, industry, and services, with significant informal employment. Sri Lanka's main exports are textiles and garments, tea, rubber, spices, and gems. Major imports include petroleum, machinery, equipment, and foodstuffs, and so the trade balance is often challenged by higher import bills compared to raw export earnings. Education is a high priority in Sri Lankan society, with a literacy rate of over 92%. The country offers free education from primary to tertiary levels, emphasizing the importance of education in achieving socio-economic development. Now let's check out some of the most iconic sites you can visit in Sri Lanka today, counting down with Number 4. Jaya Sri Maha Bodhi. If you want to visit the oldest man-planted tree in the entire world, which is the only proven living link to Buddha himself, all you have to do is come to Sri Lanka. Jaya Sri Maha Bodhi is a revered sacred fig tree located in the Mahamewna Gardens of Anuradhapura, Sri Lanka. It is considered one of the oldest trees in the world with a documented planting date, having been brought to Sri Lanka from India by Sangamitta Theri, the daughter of Emperor Ashoka in the 3rd century BCE. The tree is believed to be a southern branch of the original Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, under which Siddhartha Gautama attained enlightenment and became the Buddha. The Jaya Sri Maha Bodhi is also an enduring symbol of the Buddhist heritage and the cultural connection between Sri Lanka and India. Pilgrims from around the country and around the world visit the site to pay homage, seeking blessings and spiritual solace. Number 3. Sri Ramaya Trail. The Sri Ramaya Trail is a collection of sites across Sri Lanka that are linked to the ancient Hindu epic, the Ramayana. According to the epic, Lanka, modern-day Sri Lanka, was the kingdom of the demon king Ravana, who kidnapped Sita, the wife of Lord Rama. The trail includes places such as the Sita Aman Temple in Nuwara Elia, where Sita is believed to have been held captive, and the rock fortress of Sigiriya, thought by some to be Ravana's palace. Other significant sites include the Ravana Ella Falls, believed to be associated with Ravana's attempts to capture Sita, and the Usangoda area, which is said to be the landing site of Hanuman's fire attack. The Sri Ramanaya Trail provides an immersive experience of the mythological and historical aspects of the epic, while taking you through the most beautiful parts Sri Lanka has to offer. Number 2. Sigiriya. Perched as an ancient rock fortress and palace ruin near the town of Dambulla, Sigiriya is famous for being the Lion Rock. Rising nearly 200 meters above the surrounding plains, Sigiriya was selected by King Kashyapa in 477 CE as his new capital, ordering the best of craftsmen to build his palace atop the rock and decorate the sides with colorful frescoes. Halfway up the rock, a gateway in the form of an enormous lion was constructed, giving Sigiriya its name. The site includes the remains of an extensive network of gardens, reservoirs, and other structures. Sigiriya is also known for its ancient paintings, known as the Sigiriya frescoes, and the mirror wall, which is covered in ancient graffiti. Today it serves as one of the major archaeological sites of the country and has earned itself a UNESCO World Heritage Site declaration. Number 1. Shripada. Also known as Adam's Peak, Shripada is a conical mountain in the central highlands of Sri Lanka. This mountain is one of the most beloved pilgrimage sites for Buddhists, Hindus, Muslims, and Christians alike. The summit of Shripada holds a sacred footprint, known as the Shripada or Sacred Footprint. Buddhists believe it to be the footprint of the Buddha. Hindus attribute it to Lord Shiva, while Christians and Muslims associate it with Prophet Adam or St. Thomas. The pilgrimage season traditionally begins on the full moon of December and continues until the full moon of May, drawing thousands of devotees who climb the mountain to pay their respects and witness the stunning sunrise. The journey to the top involves ascending thousands of steps, passing through lush forests and encountering diverse wildlife. And this is the end of our video. If you liked traveling to the magical country of Sri Lanka, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. That way we'll book you a passenger seat on our upcoming video travels. In the meantime, check out this cool video right here.